Hey, congratulations on your new SLR camera. That's the way this email started out to me from Alex. And Alex submitted more than just the top 5 tips for digital SLRs or cameras in general. I don't know, in fact, I think he's well over 5. In fact, I may have to break it down into a couple of different videos. The first video that I'm going to do on this is his core basics in choosing a camera, and specifically an SLR, or a single lens reflex. And this is a camera that when you look through the eyepiece, that's exactly what you get. As opposed to a full-on digital camera where when you look through the eyepiece or you look at the LCD screen, it may not be exactly what you get in the resulting digital photo. So without further ado, Alex writes, I'm very happy that you got one, a digital SLR, because as silly as it may sound, just the camera itself will inspire you to take more creative shots. Here's something I'd really appreciate you reading in public. Most pros will not tell you this, but there are some secrets in choosing a right camera and pulling the best quality images out of it. So the core basics in choosing a camera. When considering a new SLR camera, ask yourself, do you really need an SLR? Most people want a better camera for better quality pictures, but as Chris said, it's only a tool set that can guide you to a better quality picture. Are you up to spending lots of time learning the skills of photography? If not, you're almost not getting the item worth your money. Most point-and-shoot cameras can do a better job in automatic than SLRs. Great brains and engineers worked hard to make these cameras to be as simple as possible for the user while bringing out the best quality, like the best combinations of ISO or ISO and shutter and iris positions to get a great picture. SLR cameras can be considered as dumber than point-and-shoots in the sense that you really have to know what you're doing with them. But if used right, can outshoot any point-and-shoot camera simply because of the expensive lens and larger image sensor, typically. Number 2. Don't go for the highest pixel count. Normally, 5 or 6 megapixels is enough for everyday shooting. But when a camera has more pixel count, the smaller each pixel is on the sensor, so it needs more light. For an average user, the higher pixel count will only result in a larger file size, not necessarily a higher quality image. Number 3, invest in image stabilization features, digital or optical. Both have a plus or minus. Digital is a bit stronger because it's a before and after shoot process, while optical only stabilizes before capture. Digital loses some quality while optical does not, so try it out and choose the one that fits you. As an addendum, I'd always go with optical image stabilization. That would be, you could hold the camera as still as possible, and when you press the trigger button, it'll try to keep the jiggles to a minimum. You're still going to have some blur, especially if you don't use a flash. Number 4, consider semi-SLR. There are many cameras that work like SLR cameras, but have all the features of a simple point-and-shoot. Although larger in size and heavier, they offer many more features than a pocket-sized camera and can be used in full auto as well as full manual mode. Number 5, many stores talk down users from getting cameras that have AA batteries. Use your brain on this one. Lithium batteries are faster and may hold more charge, but you can get stuck without power easily. Buying a good set of rechargeable batteries will give you almost the performance of the lithiums, but whenever you are on the road and don't have a way to recharge, you're stuck. AA's are available in the stores everywhere, while lithiums are not. So judge this one for yourself, which one is better for you. Now he's got a second number 5, so I guess this is a bonus tip. You falling asleep, Ponzi? My wife is over there, she's watching. Number 5, and this is only in his opinion, if you choose SLR, then don't fight about Canon or Nikon or Sony, etc. Go to the store, pick up a camera, feel it, press buttons, play with it. Which one feels better to you? They all have and basically do the same things. Instead, figure out your budget and spend half on the camera and half or more on the lens. Get a good lens with at least 2.8 aperture capability. You will not regret it. Just remember, you will change your camera 3 or more times before you'll change the lens. And that's kind of something to throw in there as well. A lot of people are stuck with either Nikon or Canon, etc., because they've purchased so many lenses. And the nice thing is that you can change the body of the camera, but over time, as he was pointing out, but the lenses can be interchanged between the cameras because they make the same threads, depending if you buy Canon, Nikon, etc., etc., etc. So that's I guess the first set of tips from Alex. In the next set of tips that I'm going to read, they're shooting tips in general for both SLR and point and shoot camera. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you've already subscribed to our YouTube channel. Now, if you happen to have a top 5 list for me to share with the rest of the community, I'd love to share it. My email address is chris@perillo.com. And whether you have, top 5 tips for, photography, or top 5 tips for tips for technology in general, doesn't matter. I'll take any 5 tips that you might want to pass along. And you're also welcome to join us in the chat room. We're open all the time, typically talking tech, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.